Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to a very special episode of Lawyers and Dragons. As you may have already noted, our esteemed game master, David, is not here. He is in parts unknown, doing things unknown. And so we have a game master in our own, Ian Runkle of the Bailey, who's going to take us through. We have no idea. You'll also see under our names, we have the characters that you might recognize from our original pilot episode to see if this worked at all. And so we're going to be bringing back some old, hopefully, favorites. But if you hate us, that's cool, too. We accept both praise and, well, concern. And we have a guest with us in Natalie, the lawyer chick, but not the lawyer chick today. No. It's Natalie the mage today. So, Ian, whatever intro you want to do, whatever you want us to say about our characters, if people don't remember, you're in charge now, my friend. You're the captain.
All right. Well, that's going to be interesting because if you follow my Twitter, I got about 0 hours of sleep last night. So we're going to see how this goes.
So it's the normal Ian day.
It doesn't seem very different than your usual course.
Normally, I do try to get some sleep in before these, but we will just see how this goes.
We're going to have all right. I'm excited.
So as a little bit of sort of background here in terms of where your current situation is, because last time we left off, you guys were killing a spirit dragon thing. We're skipping ahead a little bit. You guys are sort of moderately well known. And so there's a local town nearby that has had some issues with their lighthouse. And you guys have been hired because a local craftsman from where you guys are has made replacement lenses. And these lenses are big glass things that are in the back of a cart. So that is what you guys are transporting because they need somebody to guard this and make sure that, you know, no miscreants mess with them and that that they make it there fine. You are traveling along through the forest, and I guess this is a good time for everybody to do sort of a brief sort of description of who their character is, just because lots of the chat won't remember, and because we've got Nat, who should introduce herself to the group. But we'll not put Nat on. We won't put Nat on the spot first. So let's start with Falcor.
Hi, I'm Falcor. I'm a giant red dragonborn in heavy armor who wants to be a paladin. I also make friends with the occasional undead, strapping them to my shield and leading us and the party to victory. Happy to be here, Ian.
All right, Lumberloss.
Well, I take issue with Falcor's description of leading us to victory because Falcor tends to do things that aren't always the smartest.
I seem to recall running into Alyte last time and saving everybody.
After you got us into trouble yet again. Saving, yeah. I am Lumberloss. I'm a wood elf fighter. So I am generally hanging towards the back, waiting until someone makes a decision, and then getting involved when I need to.
Looking at my bright red butt, if I recall correctly.
I do recall that. Yep. Watching you. Go ahead. Using you as a paladin / dragonborn shield. That was great.
Yeah.
All right. Teresa, I think that's you up next.
Teresa is an Aasimar. So for folks that don't know, a protector Aasimar are charged by the powers of good to guard the weak, to strike at evil wherever it arises, and to stand vigilant against the darkness. From a young age, a protector Aasimar receives advice and directives that urge to stand against evil. Now, I'm also a cleric, and so using the gods, occasional holy fizzy water to bless people around, you know. And she's very concerned about the overall landscape of things, as some folks are just, you know, charging right on into battle.
Somebody's got to.
All right. And now this is the point where we put Natalie on the spot to sort of describe her character, which she got the sheet like 20 minutes ago. So
yeah.
So I am Natalie the mage. I am a mage at law.
Nice.
She's amazing.
How amazing.
Apparently, I speak the common language, and my senses are passive perception. Is that a thing? Okay. I have I can cause a distraction that disorients the target. Does that help? Is that
You don't have
anything?
to tell us all your spells.
Okay, I don't have to do that.
Make
I
up sort of what your character looks like, which is not going to be on your sheet. That's just going to be in your imagination at this point.
in my imagination, then I would be like all knowing and like, assist people figuring things out because I'm a bit of a know-it-all. So Natalie the Mage would definitely be like an all-knowing entity being, who is like somewhat reliable. It's up to your
all right.
interpretation, kind of like that like Sphinx thing that gives in Harry Potter that like gave like clues and stuff like that. That's me.
Okay.
I'll go with that. Natalie.
All right.
Cool.
Nice.
Yes.
I'm loving this. Like
Looking
all of
forward to it. I'm also looking forward to seeing how many times we can make Natalie laugh because this is good.
Someone keep a
this is gonna
tally
be- this is
because I
gonna be
won't
fun.
be able to keep
Yeah.
track.
Natalie
Yeah.
laugh counter, folks. You can do it in chat. We know you
Yeah,
can.
I laugh so much when I'm nervous, and I'm nervous, and like I think my husband is watching me because I sent him the link, and he like played D&D growing up, so like I'm scared. So here we go. Okay, here we go.
No, Natalie, this is going to feel weird for a bit, and then it's not. So again, I'm really thankful. I know it's stretching the box sometimes, especially if you don't play usually. So it's going to be awesome.
What we're doing right now, Natalie, is we're tossing you into the ocean. We'll say it's Atlantic, Pacific. Let's say Pacific because it's cold. We're tossing you into the ocean. Eventually, you're going to get used to it, and you're going to start swimming around and realize it's actually a lot of fun.
True.
That's
All
pretty
right,
much
Ian.
it. Basically, all of this is going to be embarrassing until it's just you sort of at a certain point you're just like, I'm just having fun. Let's run with this. Let's do it. So, all right. So you guys are traveling along, and though you guys leave when it's nice and sunny and everything is perfect, you know how weather tends to be. Oh, pretty soon they're doing this, and it is just pouring rain. Enough so that we're gonna stop that just so that you can continue to hear me.
So we can hear you. Yeah.
That is basically what it sounds like. It is just pouring rain to the point where you can feel the rain pushing you down. And you guys are, tough adventurers, but the cart is starting to have problems because now the ground is starting to get a little soupy and a little muddy. And up ahead, you guys see just off to the side of the road. Let's bring up our house here.
May I ask one question?
Yes.
Is Ian? You are Ian. Is Brains still with us, or has he already gone off to formulate his zombie corporate empire?
I think Brains at this point is starting his corporate empire.
Okay.
Is he or is this the
Good.
prequel?
No, this is after. We're already well known. No. Brains is working on his logo design. Brains is working on his logo design. He's doing other things. I have left him. We'll go visit him later.
Okay. I wanted to make sure that we had the full picture of everyone that was with us. Okay.
I appreciate it.
Who is Brains?
Yes, indeed. Who is Brains?
Exactly.
Well, Brains was one of our finest hours, I think. It was when a zombie that attacked us was strapped to my shield and led us through the cave in darkness and ultimately became an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you used something that was attacking you to your advantage, and now he's off.
I did.
Especially when we were able to illuminate him, so he basically became effectively a flashlight for us in the dark. That was that was great.
Yes, that was Teresa's contribution. You can see sometimes there's a bit of ego here, but I think we know the strapping of the zombie was originally my idea.
Oh, I'm gonna like this. Okay.
I love it. Every character that Rick has, he has a new voice for, and I love it.
So yes, as mentioned, you guys are sort of finding the cart eventually it's going to get stuck, and you guys are really needing a place to get out of this weather because it is miserable. Now, your options at this point are pretty poor because you're in the forest. It is, but there's this house just in the middle of nowhere sitting there. and it looks like the lights are on.
Fantastic
What do you guys
shelter.
Yep, that's what that looks like. Exactly. I'm sure.
Word.
Let us seek shelter in
fantastic
that
is not
house.
exactly the word I would use.
Yeah, word. This is a scary movie. I would definitely be telling us not to go in there, but okay, here we go.
Thankfully, it's not though, right?
Remember, D&D adventures have a foundation of bad decisions.
Mhm.
And Falcor will always bring them to you. Party,
Mhm.
let us seek shelter and get out of this muddy road.
I mean, at least maybe we can dry off for a little bit.
I don't wait to
Hopefully.
listen to them. I just start walking towards the house.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Okay.
I already know what he's doing because he doesn't wait to listen to anybody. So we're gonna follow. I
I
guess
don't know what
we're
you
gonna
mean,
follow.
Lumberloss. I gave the leadership speech. I'm walking towards the house.
So you guys are able to sort of go up the way there to this house, and there's actually a sort of small offshoot, just about 30 feet away, which is a little carriage house that you guys are able to pull your cart into. And it's now, so the cart is sheltered, it's out of the way. At the house itself, you can see, well, the house that I was showing you there. The lights appear to be lights coming through some of the windows, and you can vaguely hear music and some just people just having activities there. So this is sort of what's coming through the house. Now you guys are a little bit of a distance away, but that gives you sort of an idea of what you're overhearing through there.
Oh, that's not terrifying or increasing the fear that
This
anyone
sounds
has.
wonderful and not at all like The Shining.
This sounds like it is living in there. Because did you hear the little circus in the background? No thanks.
Mhm.
Definitely a murderous circus town is happening.
I don't like this.
Who doesn't
That's
love a
just
carnival?
waltz.
A lot
That's
of
just
people
a
don't
waltz,
like carnivals.
not a carnival.
Time for the comfort blanket. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I say we knock on the door. It sounds like there is much merriment there.
Merriment? I don't know. I don't know about this. I'm having some really a few uncertainties about what's happening here.
Mhm.
Well, we can stand under their porch to clear ourselves of the rain, but I have to believe it's a bit rude should they come out here and see 4 adventurers just waiting at their house porch.
I think I'd
I
rather the
suppose.
rain, but here we go.
I suppose we can open the door and take a look, and if things go sideways, we can always find a window to crash through.
Sure.
Well, as I am still the strongest of us, I suppose I shall lead.
Oh, is that something we've conceded? Is that a
Yes.
part of
the first dispute. I love this.
Okay, and that's the universe we're in. Okay, that's fine. All right.
Natalie the mage, we've only known ourselves together a short time, but if you would like to lead and knock on the door, you are welcome to do so.
Nope. I yield.
Generally, my hard plate armor and large dragon body we put in front to take the slings and arrows of our enemies.
Yes.
I shall knock on the door, Ian.
All right, so Falcor strides up onto the porch and bang, bang, bang. And as you knock on the door, the music and the sounds you heard just stop. And it's not like the band stops playing or, and people quiet down. It's just it stops. There's a hard stop to it, and it's like it was not going on. The house is now cold and quiet, and we've got you guys are standing in front of an impressive door with a seal on it. Let's bring up the door.
Oh, well, let us.
There's a door. Where's the door? Oh, that was what we voluntarily knocked on?
Okay.
There's sorcery afoot. I don't like this.
Like that was a choice. We chose to knock on that door?
Oh, wow.
Teresa, do you detect any magic in this house?
I am trying to remember if I can detect magic.
I am hopeful that you can. I do not know your character sheet.
I am.
Says fourth wall Falcor.
Let's see. Sorry.
It's all right.
I'm trying to remember if I can. I know I can as Lima. Let me see. Sorry, guys. I don't think I can.
All right. I need to pull up your sheet just so I can check. I can see that as well, hopefully.
Folks, just so that you know, we've gone back to character sheets that we last used like 3.5 months ago. So
Yeah.
we're trying to remember exactly what we can do.
Yeah,
Oh, I feel
no.
so bad now. Okay.
Yeah, no, not at all, Natalie.
Yeah.
No, there's no judgment. We muddle through.
We are super on the ball today.
I love it.
So I'm just trying to check your sheet to see if you don't have detect magic
No.
ready.
Oh,
No.
Fine, and I will admit that I have detect magic and use one of my spell slots. Another attempt foiled.
Oh, Falcor.
Well, what can I say? I wanted to keep some of my actions for myself. I will try to detect
Fair enough.
magic in this house.
All right. There is some faint magic in the house, but it's not a strong aura at this point, and it's not sort of it doesn't localize to anything in particular. So there's something magical here, but it's not there's not sort of a particular magical object that you can zoom in on and hone in on.
All right, so we're in a magic house, which we probably knew from the Titanic band immediately turning off like a radio, but that's okay. Let's knock on this door.
So you've knocked on the door, and when you turn around, you notice the carriage house was only about 30 feet away, but you can't see it anymore. There is a darkness that has crept in.
This is just getting better and better and better. Oh,
Lumberlost, with your eyesight, go check on the stagecoach house.
I'm gonna do that. Sure. Let's put myself in danger. Yep.
Robin's usually not so malleable.
So Lumberlass, as you look towards the house and you can't see anything, but you can see through the rain, there appears to be the darkness seems to have sort of an edge to it. And it seems to be moving closer.
So even with my dark vision, I'm having trouble seeing.
You can't see through this. This is
an
object in the way.
Yep. So I'm going to convey to everyone else in the party that generally speaking, I can see in the dark for a long distance, but I can't see into this dark, which is giving me very bad vibes about what this dark is going to bring.
Okay. Well, that's good to know.
Yep.
Huh.
The good thing is I'm informing you, which is speaking to a little bit of D&D experience that I've just gathered. Now you guys know.
It's funny because early episodes would be like,
Teresa,
tell us that, please.
Teresa confirms because she also has dark vision. So she confirms that Lumberlost has that about right.
Huh. Perhaps we all collectively decided to come to this house in a manner of ill judgment together.
You don't say.
Well, we're all in it now. So the door is still closed to us, Ian?
The door is still closed.
The darkness is coming?
There's no answer, and the darkness is slowly creeping inward.
All right, I guess we shall have to make our way in by any means necessary. Falcor moves to kick the door in.
All right. Give me a athletics with strength modifiers check.
Okie dokie. My athletics is at, we're going to have a 19 as modified.
All right. So that's not going to have any trouble whatsoever. Falcor throws his shoulder at it and it just, bam, slams open. And inside it's dark, but the people with dark vision can see. There is no illumination inside. So does anyone have torches for the people who can't see in the dark?
Wait a minute. I can cast light. Teresa, I can touch one object that is no larger than 10 feet in any dimension, and it
door
will
that just
shed a
got blown
bright
off the
light.
hinges.
Yes.
I have. Should I say something here? I don't know.
Yeah.
I have flare fire. Does that do anything?
I don't know.
It's the sudden ball of flame erupts from a point of your choice within range. A sphere centered on a single target.
Oh, that's an attack. Don't do that yet.
That's an attack. Don't attack. Okay.
That will.
Does anyone-
finale to burn a house down.
Does anyone have a large blade that they would like to use as a flashlight of sorts?
Yes, I have a long sword. You're gonna give me are you
I
gonna
don't know.
are you gonna give me a light, a kind of light saber?
Teresa illuminates the saber
Oh, wow.
so that it projects a light for the crew.
A saber that's lit. Excellent.
Maybe we should ask the chat. Does it come with sound effects?
Nope.
Vroom.
I don't see any weapons on mine. Okay.
You're going to be relying on some of those magical abilities because you've got the wand of light and so forth that allow you to do some attacking.
Falcor mostly hits things with sticks and swords and whatnot.
And himself.
Well, I have hit myself before, yes. Thank you for bringing it up once again, Lumberloss. Truly, your
anytime.
companionship is without match.
Absolutely. That's what I'm here for.
And I knew all of this because I'm the mage. Okay.
Natalie's amazing.
All right, so you've lit up my sword. I'm holding out my sword out in front. I assume we're in like a foyer or something. What are we looking at?
Yes. So the party steps into the foyer and you hear the door sort of slowly creak and shut behind you. And there's a man in a suit in front of you, although he looks like he's perhaps seen better days. Let's bring up our picture of our man here.
I don't want to.
So now we see there's a person. So we know there's someone else here.
Ah!
Oh, can I hit this thing with fire?
Who made Ian? Who agreed that Ian would run this?
I don't know. I've seen Natalie the Mage's YouTube channel. I think he needs a little foundation work.
Yeah. He could use a little bit of, I don't know, concealer, maybe
Little
some
color
corrector.
Perhaps some amica cream.
Maybe some contact. Yeah, amica cream heals all injuries, But he says, "Good evening. Invitations, please."
Oh.
Yes, we definitely have those.
And he holds out his hand.
I really wish Brains were here.
I for like just a hug.
Kind of.
Would we like to throw a distraction at this guy?
Wait. If Brains was here, it would be invitations, Brains, invitations.
Yeah, exactly.
Brains.
Right.
Natalie, it's up to you, of course, but we might want to see if we can engage with this fellow without getting
attacking
combative.
right away.
So I'm going to ask the guy, hypothetically, good sir, hypothetically, if we did not have invitations, would that be a problem?
This is, if you are here for the party, invitations, please.
What if
We're in a
not
party.
here for the party?
If this guy's hosting the party,
Teresa,
I don't know if
Teresa will step forward and say, "I'm sorry. We were not told that we needed to have paper ones. Do you know where John is? He said that he would have our invitations. Can you go find John, because there must be some sort of misunderstanding. We were never given paper ones, but I mean, this is just a misunderstanding, of course."
All right. Give me a deception roll.
Okay, that's a D20.
Yeah, it's modified by your charisma. So
Okay.
yeah.
So not modified, it's 19.
Oh,
And
nice.
then charisma is a +3. So
Nailed it.
22.
Wait, am I doing something right now?
You are not.
No.
Okay.
It's on how convincing I am to this gentleman.
I see.
This is
And Ian's being a sweetheart by not making us roll that at disadvantage because it is a very believable story.
Let me check.
I mean, as believable as what Secret McSquirrel just dropped. E-tickets.
So he reaches into his jacket and he pulls out a sheet of very desiccated parchment that he looks over. Names, he says, as he starts looking over this list in front of him.
Oh.
Lumber loss. That's the name.
Your real name?
Really, lumber loss? We talked about this. When secretly going into haunted houses, we don't use our real names.
I know, but I'm being in character. I'm not a rogue in this one. I'm just sure.
It's someone asked if you are a god, you say yes.
Exactly.
Someone asked if you are.
All right. Well, what does he respond to when told lumber loss?
So he looks over and says, I don't see you on the list. You said John. It says
John should have the invitations. Yes. And forgive because lumber loss is of course the nickname that he goes by. That's not the actual name that would be on the official list. Perhaps there's often that kind of misunderstanding. It happens all the time.
He's frowning at the list and looking up at you. Says, Well, I suppose we can sort this out. If I hear anything about you not being invited, we will have words. And you can sort of see in the light here, this foyer is not very well kept. There's staircases that lead up, but it looks like the roof in places has collapsed, and so the upstairs is pretty much inaccessible unless you guys want to break out, shovels and axes and so forth and start doing some digging. But he gestures down a hallway and says, down that way, to the right.
Who's going first?
I shall lead us.
Because you have the light. Yes.
Oh, thanks.
Absolutely. Follow me, friends. This seems entirely like a great idea.
Like everyone's like, yes, this is fantastic as ideas go. Everything will be fine.
What a wonderful and enjoyable party we are sure to experience very shortly. All right, we're going to go to the right together. As directed.
Is everyone else following you, or are they letting Falcor wander off on his own?
Teresa kind of peeks around at the corners of the room to see if there's something else. She kind of looks back at the man that met them at the door, and then she just sort of cautiously follows Falcor.
And since Natalie the mage wouldn't be on this journey unless in her all-knowing experience, she knew she should be on this journey. I mean, Natalie the mage is just confidently walking in, following behind,
Natalie the mage has got like a strut. I like it.
Yeah, the Natalie the mage is
swagger.
All right.
So you guys turn, and there's a hallway, and as you're wandering through, there's a sudden creaking from the old floors around here. And suddenly everyone is falling, and I am going to need some dexterity saves from people.
Oh no!
As suddenly the ground is caving in underneath you.
What does that mean? Dexterity save.
Roll a d20.
Yeah, roll a d20 as your first goal.
Oh no!
Wait, roll a d20. So
yes, a 20-sided dice. Roll one and tell us the result.
Okay, 1 20-sided dice. Roll it, and then tell you what happens.
Yes,
and
there'll be a saving throw modifier next to what did you ask for?
It'll just be the dexterity. So the modifier next to dexterity.
Yeah. So if you look at your sheet, you see dexterity, and then it'll have a giant plus or minus right above it.
My sheet has DEX.
Yep.
That's
under it, and then under it has a number and then a number in parentheses with a plus.
Right, that's the modifier.
We need the plus.
So +2.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then what'd you roll?
And then what did you roll?
I rolled a 4.
So
you
have
are
a 6.
falling.
I got
Yeah.
I got a 7.
Okay.
17 modified.
Why
Of
is
course,
that
lumber loss. Of course.
Modified is 7. I'm with Natalie.
So wait,
Alright,
it's a 6. So what is it? What is it like? What does it mean? Why?
We're about to find
saving
out, right?
throw?
So that's a skill check,
Okay.
and then the GM asks it from us, and then we tell him our numbers, and then he has a threshold or something that he's looking for, and then he tells us a story about our pathetic numbers, and of course, Lumberlost just prancing about with his arrows.
Okay, got it.
So if you have a higher number, it's generally better for you for a I mean, in pretty much all of these cases, most of these cases.
Wait a minute.
Basically-
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Is Lumberlost a play on Legolas?
It
Is that what? Why am I just not picking up on that? Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Basically, a saving throw is that anytime something bad would happen to your character, usually there's a way to avoid that somehow.
Okay.
And so this is just a way to check and see if your character is good enough to avoid the dangerous thing, which most of the group not so much right now. And sometimes it might be avoid the dangerous thing, and sometimes it might be like mitigate the dangerous thing.
Got
Because
it.
if you are in a big ball of fire and suddenly you're trying to avoid that, you might not be able to avoid the fire entirely, but you might take half damage or something like that.
Okay, that just made total sense to me. Okay, thank you.
So you guys all come crashing through as the floor gives way under the weight of mostly Falcor and his armor.
A lot of blame being assessed here, sir. I'm a larger dragon. It's fine.
Everybody who got below a 13, which I think is most of you, is going to take a little bit of damage.
Okay.
And also is going to land prone, which means that you are on the ground. So in terms of the damage, everybody except Lumberlost is going to take 5 points of damage and is going on the ground. And so on your turn, you can stand up. But until then, the things that might attack you, which there are things that might attack you, will get some advantages in terms of them doing so. Now,
it's all right. We haven't been asked to roll for initiative yet, Natalie, so it's all okay.
So I'll get people to roll for initiative now.
Oh,
that was mean.
All right. We've got, I'm just looking at the poll here at 384 votes. Wine is at 55%.
Okay.
Over cheese. And so sorry, go ahead.
We have to tell Natalie what rolling for initiative is. Rolling for initiative is basically rolling for the order in which we're going to face this attacker. So the higher the number you rank in from 1 to 1 to 4 goes in order of how we have to handle the bad thing that's about to happen to us.
Yeah, roll for initiative. That's him telling you that we're going to have some bad stuff.
Okay.
And you were telling us something about wine, Ian.
So I've now got another picture all queued up for you guys. So let's bring that
the
up.
visuals. Ooh.
Oh, that's actually a good picture. I like that
Ooh,
picture.
I
a
like
lot.
this. Finally,
guys-
something good in this place.
Come crashing down into a cellar, and there are bottles of ancient, who knows how long they've been down here, wine on racks, but there's also something skittering around in here, and you can hear the sort of crackling, and then a skeleton peers out from behind one of the racks, and it's got a bottle in its hand. So that's why we need initiative rolls here.
What kind of bottle, Ian? This is important.
It is a red wine bottle.
Is it a Bordeaux? Is it I need to know what we're dealing with.
You're going to have to get closer to read the label.
What are you going to try to save this wine?
I don't know. Do I have a bag? Can I grab some of the other stuff and throw it in a bag and take it for later?
Lumberlost, as always, your drinking problem is rising up in the most unfortunate circumstances.
Okay. I rolled an
Trees
11.
is going to say,
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. That's
Teresa,
okay.
You can say anything you want to say.
No, I was gonna say Teresa's gonna just sort of like mutter over to Natalie. I mean, I love a good bottle of wine, but you'd think that he'd know when to lay off the sauce. By the way, Teresa rolled an 18 plus, I guess, +1 initiative, so 19.
Nice.
Oh wait,
So
wait,
she's
am
probably
I
going
doing
first.
The 120 sided again, or what?
Mhm.
Yep. It's
Yep.
120
And
sided.
also
And-
modified by your dexterity. So in this case, it'll be the same as your saving throws.
The
So-
+2.
Ian, there's a suggestion from the chat that maybe the bottle that's being wielded by the skeleton is a bottle of Malort.
Come on now. They're evil skeletal monsters. But just because they're monsters doesn't mean that they're gonna go so far as to use Malort as a weapon.
They have standards.
Only monsters would like that.
Well, Falcor springs into action once again, Ian, with a 5.
Oh,
That's kind of your jam on that.
It is always.
so it seems like Natalie the mage gets 8.
So
Back,
All right.
back with me.
looks like
But-
Teresa is first with, what did you have, Teresa? 17?
Well, we don't know
19.
what this skeleton has, Rob.
Yeah.
Wait, I have a question. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I have a,
No, I'm indomitable, which
Yeah.
means I can re-roll. Is a saving throw? Does that apply here?
that's different.
Uh,
That was,
Yeah, this is an initiative roll as opposed to a saving throw.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Damn it.
I had
I
forgotten
really-
about that. It would have worked on the falling down aspect, but not so much now.
Okay.
Can I
Damn.
just say separately to both Ian, chat, and everybody else here, I am super enthused by how seriously Natalie is taking the board game aspect of this. Like, Gah!
That is my
Love it.
personality.
I
know
love
this
it,
is a
Natalie. I
collaborative
love
game,
it.
but I'm like, I want to technically get it right though.
You'll have this
All
down
right.
by the end of this episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Teresa is up first. Teresa gets to act, and there's right now you can see the one skeleton peeking out with the bottle in hand.
oh,
there
you
may
see
be
how I said
more.
one? You see the one
Yeah.
skeleton?
Aha. She's going to let's see, because we don't know if he's a threat yet.
Oh,
Are there any
He doesn't
What?
seem like he's here to be friendly.
You're gonna
Oh,
parlay with the animated skeleton.
I mean, he just happens to
To
be there. Maybe
be
he's a friendly
fair.
skeleton.
To be fair, you tied a zombie to your shield and made it our friend, and that
And
zombie
we
is
all
now.
made friends on that adventure, Lumberloss. I don't want to hear from you.
Hey,
And then
maybe
he-
Skeletor will have his own corporation that we can help him set up.
We can't just go around to various haunted houses and help entrepreneurial monsters set up their businesses.
Yeah,
Why
That's what makes
not?
the world
actually,
go round.
legitimately, we can. We actually
Yeah.
can.
That sounds kind of fun, actually.
Are there any candles in the room?
There are candles, but they're not lit.
Okay.
The
I guess I
illumination right
can't-
now is from Falcor's sword.
Okay.
Mm.
As it should be.
Sorry, 1 minute. Okay. So, here's what Teresa will do is she will use blindness / deafness so that she can blind the skeleton, even though he doesn't have any eyes, but so that effectively he cannot see us.
All right, and what is the DC for your saves?
I don't know what that.
So if you read the
means.
description of that
Should
spell,
be on you.
he
Oh,
should have a
oh,
you have
on
a
the
number to
description?
give Ian.
It
Oh,
should be
okay,
on your
so-
spell sheet. There.
Okay. You mean under blindness deafness?
It'll be at the top of your spell sheet page.
Oh,
It should say
oh.
spell save DC.
Okay.
I don't see none of that.
Is it upper left, upper?
Upper right, I
Right.
think.
Okay.
Remembering what those sheets look like. I can pull it up off your sheet in a second here if you can't find
Okay.
it.
Yeah. I'm You said it's a spell save DC.
Yeah,
Let's see. I've got armor class, initiative, speed.
it'll be on the last page where there's all the spells.
Oh, okay. Spell attack bonus. Oh, spell save DC 11. Sorry.
All right.
it.
So the skeleton fails and goes.
Silly skeleton.
And then Lima's going to say, sometimes there is a limit to how much you should, have of mega pints.
Fair.
There's Teresa with the one-liners.
So this skeleton, that one that can't see you right now, so it smashes the wine bottle and there's a sort of burst of red liquid and it's sort of got the broken bottle, but it can't see where you guys are, so it doesn't stagger forward. But
Did Lumberlost take psychological damage from the loss of the wine?
No, it was Malort. It was. I have no shame. That thing's dead.
However, there are other skeletons that emerge. And this appears to be a dangerous cellar, and you can't really determine what these skeletons used to be doing because they are to the extent that they have any clothing, it is like rotted little tatters and fragments. But Lumberloss, one of them emerges armed with a bottle from behind a shelf to take a swing at you.
All right.
What is your armor class?
Oh, already?
Yeah.
Takes a swing at me. My armor class is 14.
Actually, never mind. It rolled below 10. So it takes a swing, and Lumberloss is just like...
That's right. Are you clothed in this wine cellar, Lumberloss? You're going to be okay.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
I was going to say that is fantastic. So next up, there are more skeletons emerging to attack. Falcor, as you're laying there, on the ground, another one comes up with a wine bottle and tries to swing at you. And because you are on the ground,
yes,
this one has advantage.
Yes.
Oh no.
Which it might need. I need more space to roll. The high roll on this one was a 5.
You rolled twice and got a 5?
I rolled twice and got a 5.
Another classic Falcor defense.
And one of them is also emerging, and this one takes a throw, and it's going to throw at Lumberloss because he's the only one standing up, and it's actually harder for them to throw something at somebody who's on the ground. So this one launches a bottle at Lumberloss. And AC 15, Lumberloss.
I don't have any saving throws. Let me see here.
What's your armor?
14.
This is just your...
So it hits.
All right.
It
hits. All right. So you are going to take 5 points of damage as it throws a bottle, and it just... There's an explosion of glass, and the wine does not smell like it's very good wine at this stage.
Oh no!
That's unfortunate.
I was thinking we lucked up.
Next up is Lumberloss.
Well, I'm gonna shoot this thing with my. Well, hang on. Let me see.
You've got one directly in front of you.
Directly in front of me?
Because there's one that swung at you.
Yeah.
If you recall.
I'm gonna take out. Well, I've got to put myself. I'm gonna back up a little bit. Grab. It doesn't. I'm trying. The whole new character sheet is killing me. Sorry.
All good.
We've gotten so used to the other one.
And you know what? I really love the whole learning thing that we're doing because it really means that I've heard from a lot of people who've been watching Lawyers and Dragons and going, we're newbies, we've never played, but we're kind of getting into it. And there's so many streams out there where everyone is like super expert. And I kind of like that we've got people who are just figuring things out as we go along, because it's important to see that too, right?
I would definitely not characterize us as super experts.
Also, Scott Cardinal had a great comment about why is everyone up so early? What are we, farmers?
All right, I'm just gonna go at this thing with a simple melee attack or whatever I've got. Unarmed strike.
Right. So Lumberloss is gonna punch the skeleton. Give me a roll.
It's right next to me. I can't.
Take a swing.
Very, very high damage probability.
12.
12, I think will hit. Give me 1 second.
I hope so. It's a naked animated skeleton.
It's got to.
They're tough. When
How
you're
is it
making an
tough?
attack, when you're making an attack roll, there's 2 elements to it. One is something fast and able to dodge you, and the second is can you actually hit them in a way that causes damage. But in this case,
Plus,
12,
he's probably up on his calcium supplements too. So, there's that.
With the bones. You want to have good bones if you're an animated undead skeleton.
Yeah.
Oh, I have an extra attack too.
Great.
All
2
right.
punches. That'll save the day, Lumberloss.
It's a skeleton. What I can't. If I shoot an arrow at it, what part of the skeleton am I going to hit?
By God,
like-
man,
it's
when
like-
I'm not laying down on my back, we are going to have words.
We can have those words, but if I shoot an arrow at a skeleton, it goes through the skeleton and hits you. You're going to have more to yell at me about.
Yes, it would be the first time you shot at me.
Correct. All right. Did the
All
12?
right.
Did the 12 hit?
12 hits.
Oh, cool. Then let's go ahead and do 3 damage.
All right. Now, these skeletons are actually particularly vulnerable to being hit with bludgeoning damage. So in this case, that would turn into 6 damage. However, the skeleton is still menacing you. It is still
So
attacking.
I get to attack it again.
You do.
Okay.
And that's a nat 20, baby.
All right. Give us
Critical
a critical
punch.
hit.
So I'm understanding he just rolled a high dice.
Yes.
he got
This is a great rule for Dungeons and Dragons. So when you say natural 20, the die shows a 20 without bonuses. Natural 20s and natural 1s are 20s, something great happens. 1, something really awful happens.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
Yep. And then just unarmed strike is just 3 damage.
All right. So the skeleton is still moving and still menacing you guys, but this one looks pretty bad. So Lumberloss just lays into it with a couple of really solid punches, and it is not having a great day.
Okay. All right.
Go ahead, Lumberlocks. Okay.
Next up is Falcor.
My action is to stand up. How many skeletons do I see around?
So right now there are the 4 skeletons. One of them is blind.
Okay. I guess that for a non-blind skeleton, I would like to approach not the one engaged with Lumberloss, not the blind one, and I get close enough to hopefully defend/intercept because I just used my action to stand up.
All right. Well, it doesn't take your action to stand up. It's only
Fantastic.
Part of your movement.
Then I'm going to hit the skeleton with a lightsaber.
And sorry, which one was that? The one on Lumberloss?
No,
No.
not
Well,
Lumberloss,
not
not blind. Either of the 2 that is not presently engaged.
Gotcha. All right. Make a roll.
You got it. I will roll this d20 and I will find myself with an 8.
All right. 8 is not going to be good enough to hit the skeleton.
Fantastic. Well, I get a second attack according to my character sheet,
Do it up.
and that'll be a 17.
Ooh.
17 is more than enough to hit the skeleton.
Fantastic. Then I'm also going to slap a divine smite on this attack.
And as I recall, those do extra damage on undead.
That is correct. So it is going to be a 2d8 to go with what I do originally, which is a 1d8 plus 2. So I got to roll a bunch of things. So just hang on. So that is going to be it. I hit for 15.
All right. Tell us how you obliterate this skeleton.
Well, I hold my lightsaber up and I say, Lumberloss! This is what a man who does more than punches can accomplish. holds my sword up, calls on the divine righteousness of God, and cuts off the skeleton's head before plunging it into its lifeless skeleton body as it falls to the floor.
Okay.
GM, next time there's a skeleton, tell me when Falcor is behind the skeleton.
Do you want to line up so that you can shoot Falcor?
Yeah, I want to line up so I can shoot so that any miss goes straight to his red butt.
You can accomplish that when you take care of your skeleton, Lumberloss. That ends my turn.
Yes, there's the clattering sound of bones on the stone floor as Falcor annihilates a skeleton.
I'm envisioning in my head the sound of like bowling pins.
And I jumped somebody in the initiative order, which is Natalie. So Natalie, I guess we'll have you go now. Sorry, I accidentally skipped you.
So it's okay.
Someone made the explanation. So Natalie, you have a movement and an action that you can take.
Okay.
Yes. So your movement would be to get up if you want to get up. And then you've got your action, which is to take on.
Yeah. You can see on your sheet, because you guys you've got a bit of a different sheet than everyone else.
Yeah, I do.
Sheet, because this is sort of your first go around here.
Yes.
You can see you've got your speed. That's how far you can move in a turn.
Hold on. Okay, so wait. Let me find my speed. Hold on.
Upper left.
Yeah. I see it.
So in this case, because you're starting out on the ground, that takes half your speed to stand up. So you can stand up and then move 15 feet if you want, and you also get an action. And so you've got this list of
actions.
You've got this list of actions, so then you can do any one of those things if you'd like.
Okay. So I'm gonna wait when I stand up and then move 15 feet. That's one thing, or is that two?
Yeah, that's your movement
portion.
That's your movement.
And you can do an action.
Okay. And if I understand, there's one more skeleton left who is not engaged.
Yes.
There are one more that's not engaged. Yeah.
And then some that have been like chopped up and blinded and stuff like that.
Yes, mine was defeated with much haste.
Okay. All right. So my movement is going to be to stand up and hold on one second.
Now, one of the engaged ones is engaged with you, because it was taking a swing at you.
Oh, it was taking a swing at me?
Yeah. Yeah, unsuccessful.
Damn. Yeah.
Damn. Well, I would like to stand up and move away from that one. Can I do that?
Yep.
But, so I can back up for the action?
Yep. However, if you back up from it, you've got sort of two options. One is you can use your action to do something called disengaging, which prevents it from being able to sort of effectively swing at you. Or if you want to keep your action for something else, it'll get what's called an attack of opportunity. So it gets to take a shot at you as you're moving away.
Oh, no, never mind. I don't want to do that. I want to attack it.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to stand up and I'm going to flare fire it.
All right. Now the flare fire, it looks like David generated this sheet and didn't give us a radius. So we're going to go with this having a 10-foot radius in that sphere.
Okay. Yeah, because the other one was 30 feet away for a blast of wind. And a blast of wind sounds kind of like lame in comparison to this. I want to throw fire at something. So.
Fair enough. All right. So you're going to sort of have to lob that fire onto the other side of it so that it's not also cooking you.
Yeah, okay.
I'm guessing you don't want to be cooked.
I don't want to be cooked.
All right. It is going to make a dexterity saving throw, and skeletons are fairly nimble overall. And it is going to roll an 8. So it is not going to nimble itself. I haven't checked its bonuses, but it does not have enough bonuses to turn an 8 into a success because your save DC on that is 15.
Okay.
So you get to do some fire damage to that skeleton, I believe.
Okay. So what do I do now?
Your spell should say your damage, and you'll have more dice to roll.
My spell should say my damage. I've got STRDEX CONINT.
So under the flare fire, It should say
Oh,
what
the
damage
spell
it is.
itself. It's the okay.
Yes.
Yeah. No worries at all.
Target
No,
must make a dexterity saving throw, DC 15. That creature takes 3d8 fire damage.
There it is.
3d8.
3d8.
Yep.
Eight.
That's a
So
lot of damage.
3 8-sided die.
I've got to spin 3 8-sided die.
And then
Yeah,
add
you gotta
them up.
roll.
And then add them up.
Yeah, that's your
Okay.
number. That's how badly
Well,
you
that
just
sounds good.
fried the skeleton, which
Okay.
it's
Yep.
important to note is much more than Lumberlost likely did. So
That's a lot of damage.
Wait, so I'm gonna do 3 dice that are 8-sided.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Lumberlost did a total of 12 damage.
you can get it. You can get him.
14.
Yes.
Woo!
All right. So that skeleton that was menacing you
Uh-huh.
turns in, becomes blackened and sort of stumbles and crumbles onto the floor.
Excellently done, Natalie the Mage.
That is very exciting.
We're all ending our skeletons in their first turns, mostly.
Mm,
Oh,
no.
mm. I have arrows. They're pointy.
He wanted to punch
Teresa
him out.
You are up.
Okay. Are there any more skeletons left?
There is a blinded skeleton.
That's
It will not
Oh.
stay blinded forever.
Yes. Of course not. She
And also, there's the one that's menacing Lumberlost.
It is possible
Okay.
he'll need assistance, Teresa.
So Teresa will actually use she will use her mace against the you know what she has a little bit more confidence in Lumberlost than Falcor does. So she's gonna go and see if she can finish off the blind skeleton with her mace.
So we're
Go
clear,
give
this
it
is the medieval weapon mace and not
Yes.
from
Yeah.
I got that.
She whips out a spray can
The
from
one
her
with
purse.
swing around and
Well, she used the fizzy water, right?
That is true.
I can't remember what your chant was, but I remember loving it.
Holy moly guacamole.
There was. Yeah.
That's one of the few things I remember from the pilot.
Nice. Nice.
All right. So go up and give me an attack roll on Mr. Blind Skeleton. And you've got advantage because he's blind.
So I rolled an 18. My attack bonus is 4. I don't know
That'll
if I
definitely
need
Yeah.
Roll the advantage roll just because you might get a natural 20 and then you'd be critical hitting.
Okay.
No, it's lower. It's 15.
All right. So give me a damage roll.
Okay. And
And
the 15
remember-
was without the bonus. So that was a 19 total, but I guess it still doesn't matter.
That'll
Okay.
hit. Both hit.
Okay.
But
Okay. So the damage, I've got to do a 1d6 plus 1. So take that off, get a 6. Okay. It is a 3 plus 1, 4 damage.
all right. So the mace is particularly effective against these things, but you thump it in and you hear ribs cracking, but it's still moving. So it is still up and going.
All right.
And
All right.
it did not make its saving throw to become unblind on its turn. So it is still blind.
Good.
And it is not going to be terribly effective as it tries to stab you with the broken bottle. And yeah, I rolled an 8. I'm getting a lot of 8. You know what? I'm putting this die. It looks really nice. I'm
Unlucky
putting it-
die. Ian's changing it up.
I am changing it up because that die is getting a
Suspicious.
lot
Yeah,
You're moving the goalposts, changing the die.
You're going to the loaded die. Is that what you're
Yeah,
doing?
we didn't
Exactly.
sneak into your home and change you out to only roll 8s for nothing.
Ian, is my mace stuck in the rib cage, or was I able to pull that back out?
Ooh.
It is not stuck. The mace is a good, thumping weapon. You just smash it and, and crack
Got it.
the ribs.
Got it.
Alyte, why are you always super scary clerics?
I was assigned a cleric, so
Your clerics are intense.
All right.
these are
And there's
intense
the one-
scenes.
There's the one attacking Lumberlost.
Yes, we cannot forget that.
Mhm.
And now I rolled a 7. So
You improved. Your dice is now loaded for 7s. Great at craps, bad at D&D.
all right, Lumberlass, you are up.
All right, so I'm going to use a movement just to give myself a little bit of space to pull my longbow, angle it so that if I do miss, Falcor's in the background.
Now, you may
Can I get a ruling on this?
Just his hindquarters.
Is this? Am I even in line of sight on this, GM? I'm going to need a ruling.
he can circle around the thing. But
Yes.
You're going to
pretty
deliberately.
mobile.
Oh my goodness! It says more about you than it does me, Lumberloss.
Now, if you're backing away from it, it will get an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
You're going to take an extra hit to do this?
And it's going to hit you with the bottle
Okay.
for 7 points of
Yes.
bottle damage.
Oh,
Your ego has gotten in the way of the party yet again, Lumberloss.
That leaves me with 1. I think that leaves me with 1. All right. Now I got to hit this thing. So I get to shoot it with my arrow.
Take the roll. And now
20.
if you miss, Falcon,
That's 12
All
plus
right.
8 modifier.
that's going to hit it. So it had 1 hit point left. So give me a description of you just flattening this skeleton.
The skeleton takes the hit in the skull explodes and shoots backwards, putting powdered dust and bone all over Falcor, who is now shamed because he was not able to dispatch his skeleton in such a fabulous fashion.
Falcor, that skeleton's head turns into glitter that lands on your back.
Again with the glitter, Lumberloss.
White bone glitter. All right, and I should have made a saving throw at the end of the one remaining skeleton's turn. It got a 4, modified for its dex or for its constitution, which is not enough to for it to be unblinded. So, Natalie, it is your turn. There is 1 blind skeleton left.
There's 1 blind skeleton left. Okay.
Yes,
It's blind and it's been hitting the rib cage with a mace.
That's right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
It has. It is having a bad day.
Yeah.
The skeleton is sitting there going, you know what? I should have just stayed in bed today. I don't know what I'm doing. This is
Yeah.
miserable.
Skeleton's rethinking its life choices.
Yes.
Its unlife choices. Rethink your unlife
Okay.
choices.
So
I really should have gone back to dental school.
I've got this wand of light. Not sure what it says. It's a ranged weapon attack, +4 to hit, reach of 30 feet, 1 target, and this is 1 target.
Yeah. So the way you'd do that is you'd roll a d20 and you'd add that +4 bonus.
Okay.
So 1 20-sided dice +4.
1 20-sided dice +4. Let's get rid of this skeleton. Okay. Oh, what are you doing?
Is the dice thing causing you
It
trouble?
was like glitching out. I was like, what are you doing? Okay, so it's 13 + 4, 17.
All right, that's going to hit. And what's your damage on that?
That is 1d8 + 5.
Yep.
Slashing
1.
damage and 1d8 radiant damage.
Oh,
All right. So you're going to hit this thing like a truck.
you're
So
gonna
you're
hit
going
a lot.
So
So-
I'm gonna roll
2 8-sided dice +5.
2 8-sided dice +5. Okay. Oh. Okay. 2 8-sided dice.
Yeah.
I went into law because I cannot math. Okay, 2 8-sided dice.
Didn't we all?
We all did.
which is 11 + 5 is 16.
All right. So Natalie's just going to disintegrate the remaining skeleton. And
Okay.
There's
Yay?
not even any. There's not even anything that'll land on the ground except for the wine bottle. It's just
Okay.
smashes. But the skeleton is just gone.
This is
So that
awesome.
leaves you guys standing hopefully alone in the wine cellar.
What do you mean,
Now-
hopefully?
I mean, I imagine you hope that you're alone in here. There are two sort of obvious exits. There's a staircase, and there's also the hole that you guys fell through.
Okay.
Can I give some input?
Yeah,
of
please
course.
do.
Okay.
Give a member of the party.
Okay. Yeah, it just seems like the easier way would lead to some other bullshit, crap, you know? So like, the hole in the ceiling sounds terrible, but like, oh, let's just take the stairs we just, fell through. No biggie. That sounds like it's a trap, I don't know. That's just how it seems to me. I don't know.
As a counterpoint to that, if we were to try to climb back through the floorboards that we just fell through, there's also a very good chance we could fall through again.
Sure.
And you guys all took 5 points of damage when that happened.
Well, I think
Mm.
Lumberloss, as you know, it was a difficult fight for you. I would like to lay on hands and heal you up if you are so inclined. I know you need the assistance. I can give you some of your health back, friend. But I would like permission. It's kind of a consent-based act.
He doesn't want to touch you without your
Yeah.
consent.
It's true.
That's a
I
wise
have to
thing.
lay on
All right,
hands.
come on, please. Heal points.
This is
I
the
need-
lawyers and
bring back-
dragons.
Bring back some of the damage.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to hear. I need you to lay on hands in a little bit more of an affirmative context, Lumberloss.
Is this like a halfway Nigel voice that you're attempting here?
I don't know who Nigel is. As you know, since our last adventure, we've become famous.
Yes,
Falcor.
please, Falcor, please, if you wouldn't mind placing your hands upon me, I could very much use the restoration in the hit points.
I can't help but feel I'm being mocked, friend. I will lay on hands. Do you have enough? What are you missing in terms of your health?
Oh, I'm rocking a 1 right now on hit points.
Well, how much would you need to get back up to full?
I would need 12.
All right, I'll give all 12. In.
All right, you are back up to full lumber loss.
Whew, good.
All right, I would like to investigate. We're in a wine cellar. I've got a lightsaber. Is there still a fireball in the corner? I'm unclear what happened with that.
The fireball was like a one-off thing,
Like a
it
bomb?
fires, and
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. I would like to check the shelves, see if there's anything of interest that we can find. I'm sure my friend Lumberloss, now restored to health, would like to examine their wares from an alcoholism standpoint. What can I find? Do I need to do any checks? Do I see anything? Help me out.
So give me an investigation roll. Anybody who wants to look.
Okay. I will do an investigation roll. Let's see how investigative Falcor is. Not much. Okay.
Mine is a 9.
What am I rolling? 120 again?
Yes, it's a 20, and then there's a modifier on your sheet for investigation.
Okay.
And I think in your case, it might just be for the intelligence modifier.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a 14 as modified, Ian.
All right.
Um,
We'll wait until the results come in for all the people poking around.
I've got a 9 modified. I can't see anything except for bottles of wine.
Wait, hold on. Wait, what's my modifier against? Intelligence?
Yeah,
So-
the part with the plus.
Yeah. So it's 19 because I rolled a 16 plus 3, 19.
You're
Awesome.
investigating the S out of that.
She
just-
really is just as strut-worthy as she suggests.
Yep. So you guys are poking around, and these wine bottles have not been well kept for quite some time. So a lot of the wine, as you poke through, is, you turn it and like the liquid moves, and the dark part, so the liquid stays at the bottom and the dark part goes to the top because it's just settled out and become a big
Vinegar.
gunky mass out of it.
Yeah.
But as you guys are sort of poking around looking for something useful, Natalie just sort of without looking just goes and pulls a bottle off the shelf and finds one that has miraculously, in all of the rest of this, managed to stay intact. And is probably going to be delicious later on.
You found the good wine.
She's just like, here you guys go.
Great.
Stop looking.
Yep, she's an amazing sommelier.
This is great.
Well, we shall drink and be merry after we have absconded from this somewhat troubling house.
Priority.
I'm with Teresa on this. I believe we should fear no evil and climb the stairs rather than risk further physical damage from however we might otherwise get out of the hold that brought us here.
Okay.
I start towards the stairs again without waiting to have anybody.
Sure. It tracks.
So you guys head up the stairs, and the stairs themselves seem to be pretty stable. The bottom parts of the step are stone, and then it transitions to wood as it sort of comes up out of the basement there. But it seems like this is more stable. And when you peek out at the top of the stairs, you guys are on the other side of that hallway that caved in. So you've managed to make it past that cave in, and you're now there. Now that hallway sort of turns, and if you'd gone down that hallway and turned to the left, you'd be going down the stairs into the wine cellar.
Mhm.
But you can continue on. For you guys, it's now straight. It would have been a right turn at the time.
Okay. Well, that's where our host wanted to go. I say we continue apace.
Fair.
So you step forward. There's a planter with a plant that looks like it saw better days probably like 30 years ago. And there's a set of double doors, which are currently closed off to the side.
They really don't keep this house well, do they, Lumberloss?
No, they don't. There's a lot of things that needs to be repaired in this house.
You are good at lumber repairs.
Yes. That's the name. Yep, true. What are we seeing? So there's the plants. We're just
Planter
walking
and
along.
doors. Yeah,
There's a
and doors.
planter and a set of doors, and then the hallway ends. So basically, you turn right to go through the doors.
Well, it doesn't sound like we have very much of a choice. I guess we're going through the doors.
Well, botany isn't my experience, but maybe the mage or the cleric could examine the plants for any usefulness. I don't
Good call.
know.
Okay.
They might eat them, Lumberloss. I have no idea if it's a good call.
Oh, am I like rolling for my powers of examination or something? What am I doing
So
here?
the way this works is you say what you want to do, and
Uh-huh.
then your GM decides whether that requires a check or it's just a plant or whatever. So if you want to do that, that's great. If you say no, Falcor, stick it up your whatever. I'm not looking at the plant. That's cool too.
No, let's look at the plants. I like that.
All
Let's
right.
examine the plant to see if we can get anything useful out of it. Maybe a little salad to go with our wine. I don't know.
I mean, the plant could also give us might have medicinal properties. Might have little things growing on it that
Could
Or
poison
possible
you.
poison.
Yeah.
Oh, there's that. Yeah.
That's why I leave it to the mage and the cleric. They like know plants and stuff, right?
So give me an intelligence check. This would be a nature check, but I think in your case it'd be an intelligence check there.
Okay. I'm not. So Natalie, that's an intelligence check for you.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what am I doing? Sorry. I don't
No,
know.
it's okay.
D20. And then add your intelligence.
Okay.
Yeah.
So go. Okay, and
Yep.
then I add my intelligence, and that is 3. So it is 16.
Ooh.
All right, nice.
Good at rolling.
The computer
is-
is amazing at rolling. Hopefully it's
This is sort of-
randomized.
This is the thing that happens every time we bring in and the new people always roll just amazingly.
It just
Meanwhile,
happened
We're
that
not
way.
talking about Nate.
You seem a little salty about that.
Nobody here has met Nate's character, but
I
still
know.
everyone's like, yeah, no, he's so much better. He's just
We're in a different dimension, and they know Nate. All right.
It's just an intuition.
That Nate, that's a powerful name. Sounds like a powerful warrior. All right, fine.
so the plant is monk's bite, which is used as an ornamental, but it also does have some healing properties. And normally, in order to prepare it, you'd need to take some time and dry it out. And conveniently, this one has been dried out for you because nobody's been watering this thing for some time. So it could actually be useful for its medicinal properties there. It's decent for, assisting with wound closure. It also helps with dealing with poison. So that is a potentially useful thing.
Okay. So wait, can be a poison and
it can be useful for helping draw out poisons. So it's more
poisons. Okay.
Yeah, it's a curative plant. So I assume that Natalie the mage sort of cuts that off and is like, yep, we're keeping this.
We're taking that with us. We've got the wine, we've got the medicinal plant. In case Lumberless accidentally shoots Falcor, and then the wound gets
accidentally.
Accidentally.
He almost died trying to get a shot on me. He almost died.
I mean, priorities?
Yes, indeed.
Hey, Mike.
He comes in, says nerd, but then he always hangs around for a solid hour watching it.
Mike is that jock in like high school who's just like, I don't want to hang out with those nerds, but like he is always like on the edges.
He is the lunch table.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to persuade Mike to come on for one of these because that'll have to happen.
We have to. Mike has to do this.
All right, so you guys are standing there in front of a closed door. The manor house here is quiet as the grave.
Come on, Glitter Tush. Go ahead and knock that door.
I knock in a delicate fashion befitting a nobleman.
There is no answer.
I check to see if the door is locked.
The door is not locked.
I open it quietly, trying to maintain quiet.
Does it creak very loudly and ominously?
That's the whole way.
As soon as he opens it, suddenly there are noises again.
We found the party, team.
Can we bring up the slide?
You got it.
If you don't think that sounds like a nightmare carnival, oh, good word.
Just fun people having a good time.
So there's people. That is what you're seeing. There's people There's actually a band off in the corner that is playing this. And they all look in slightly better shape than Brains did, but kind of that's the idea. Nobody here looks like they are at their peak, at the peak of their life. In fact, they look like they're past that. So everybody is kind of shriveled, and there's, one guy's missing an ear. And up at the front of the table, there's a very sort of rotund, and also very dead, or dead man there who says, the meal has arrived. And he stands.
See, I was going to do an insight check, but then I just had to wait until Ian got to that part.
Lumberlots, it's possible he means the wine and maybe the plant that we have brought.
Nope. I don't think so.
Let's get some initiative rolls.
Oh, no.
2 fights? All right, let's see.
5. Plus 1, 6.
Oh, well, you're going to be glad that they used that up on initiative.
Mine is a 12.
Yeah, I got 11.
All right. Teresa.
Checking my arm.
What was your initiative?
It was a modified 6.
6. Okay. And Nat. Did you get an addition? It's D20 plus your dexterity modifier.
Okay. Oh, well, hold on.
And this, I guess, is our Halloween episode.
Yeah, it's like really. I was like, is it always this scary? Okay, it's
No.
it's 22.
All right. So
Ooh.
first up is Natalie. She's getting to go before anybody else.
I don't want to.
What are we looking at? I mean, in terms of like array of enemies, and what do we got in front of us?
So there are 6 of these people eating, plus the larger gentleman who is at the far end.
I see.
The band are non-combatants.
There's also the band, but the band isn't. They don't seem to be menacing you. They're just sitting there, and they're going to continue playing.
Lumberloss is just going to leave. The music is too much.
Mm-hmm.
So what you're saying is we've got an assortment of people in front of us in a somewhat closed environment, and a mage gets to go first.
Yes, this is pretty much the optimal situation for magery.
Excellent.
Okay.
Blow some stuff up, Natalie.
Okay, so we've just got all these like creepy people sitting here, but then the band didn't do anything to us first to blow them up.
Dude, that's collateral
Doesn't
damage.
matter. Collateral damage. Okay. Well, there's this.
You can aim those bombs or whatever she's using.
Well, here's the thing. I feel like the more appropriate action would be the blast of wind.
Ooh.
Okay, so
What does that do?
a line of strong wind 60 feet long and 10 feet wide blasts from
Ooh.
you in a direction you choose. Each creature in the line must succeed on a strength saving throws or be pushed 30 feet away from you in a direction following the line. On a success, the target takes 1d8 bludgeoning damage. The wind disperses gas or vapor and extinguishes candles, torches, and similar unprotected flames in the area.
Plunge into darkness.
Oh, it causes protective flames, such as those of lanterns, to dance wildly. It has a 50% chance to extinguish them. So,
Nice.
okay, we don't want to be in the darkness.
Well, we got.
But-
Hey, I got my sword.
Falconer's got a light, so
So Falcon's got a light.
GM,
Yeah.
how far back is the back wall? Is it within that 30 feet? Is she going to punch him into the wall?
she
Or am I
can
gonna
push them
blast
into
the
the wall.
wall open? Sorry.
We don't
Probably
know.
not going to blast the wall
No.
open just because it's a house. But she can start pushing people into the wall, and it looks like they're going to be taking some damage if that happens. So
Wouldn't that put them, if they're against the wall, don't they roll at disadvantage because they don't have any other movement?
We don't know.
We'll
Not up
have
to
to-
us.
Oh. Who's it up to?
You can
Everything is always up to the DM.
Oh, okay. The very tired DM at that.
Yes, we try to say
Yeah.
things, and then he
Yeah.
says that this is what happens. So,
You
are you gonna
probably
hit
get
him with
in
a
a line.
You're gonna hit him with a 10-foot wide freaking wind blast? Is that what's happening?
Yep.
Or
you
not.
do that?
I mean, we're collaborative here, right? So like
No,
I
it's
have
you.
other-
We're
This is
collaborative
you.
on the
No, this
storytelling.
is you. We respond to what you want to do.
it sounds like fun.
Do it.
Yeah.
Let it
It
rip.
sounded
Turn
good
this
to
thing into a
me.
wind tunnel.
If you want
Okay.
collaboration, it sounded cool to me.
Okay. So in order to do this, I need to do what now? That's the part I'm getting stuck at. Like, what do I do in order to do this action?
I
So
think-
this one doesn't require you to make any sort of check. You can just cast this spell. So
I
you
am
just
Casting the spell.
Yeah, we need some
blast
arm
them with wind.
movements. Yeah, that's right.
So they need to make strength saves. And give me a second as I just pull up their stats here.
Fail.
Falcor is sitting there chanting.
And I've got my
Uh,
finger crossed.
Give me 1 second.
Hoping
here.
not for the best for you.
Are they rolling as individuals or a collective?
Bring it
They're
up.
rolling as individuals.
Yeah, it's going to take you in a second. He's got 7 to do.
Oh,
yeah, well,
wow.
I've just, not 7. She's going to be able to get about 3 of them, I think, in one blast here, because they're sort of this is a bigger room than it looks like on that because
I see. Okay, we were misled by
Oh, I
the
thought that I was
See?
gonna get the black
visual.
fuckers.
Okay, all right.
Midjourney only gives me so much options in terms of all of this.
Ian,
So-
we're punning with you. You're good.
That's good.
We are not
All right.
actually angry about this.
That is excellent. And one of them succeeds at his saving throw there.
Okay.
So,
You hate to see strong zombies. You just hate to see it.
Damn it.
well, the other two are going to take a D8. So roll a D8 for me twice.
Okay.
Me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
You get to roll the damage on these guys.
2, 8.
All right. So the first one,
2 dice, 8-sided. Oh. 10 altogether.
You have to tell them one at a time. It's
5
it's
and
different,
5.
different zombies. 5 and 5.
5 and 5.
5 and 5. Awesome. Because, yeah, two different monsters and they have different hit point elements. All right.
Well done, Natalie. We always knew we could depend on you.
I don't know if this was really that helpful this time around.
It was.
Anytime you
Okay.
can blow a zombie into a wall with your wind powers, I respect it.
So next up is the monsters who here's the worst part. They blew a nat 20 on this and still didn't get to go before Natalie.
That's right, because of Natalie's awesome initiative roll. Nice.
Yep. No, she just absolutely nailed that. So somebody's asking me what was the prompt for the dinner party. I will have to pull that out at some point. All right. So we've got sort of the group. I should have asked this before. What sort of formation are you guys in?
I'm in front.
So we got Falcor in front. Where is Lumberlass? Where's Teresa? I assume Natalie the mage is shooting at them from sort of a safe place behind.
Yeah, like just behind and to the side, right?
Okay.
We got to protect the mages and clerics.
Okay.
And I guess we
Yeah,
have to
Teresa's-
protect Lumberloss. It really goes either way for me on that.
Teresa's a little bit further back.
Okay.
All right. So because you guys are in the doorway, they're not going to be able to all sort of swarm you at once. So a couple of them come up to make their attack and are going to take a swing at Falcor.
They're going to try.
Well, one of them is going to roll a modified 6 and then a modified 6. So that's not going all that great.
Falcor lets out a bellowing laugh.
The others go and take one of the tables and tip it over and push it so that they're able to remain behind some cover here.
Smarter
Now-
zombies than usual.
They are indeed. They are indeed. The guy at the back is going to be even perhaps more of a troublesome individual.
He did speak in a complete sentence.
He did. Those complete sentences are potentially menacing, aren't they?
Interesting. Well, as long as they keep hitting me with 6s, I don't know that we need to worry. Am I right?
Oh,
Well-
so much trash talk.
If they were actually hitting me with those 6s, that would have been a worry.
They give it a try.
Yeah, no, that's not super effective. However, so the guy at the back casts a spell.
He what?
And-
What?
He casts a spell.
Okay.
I thought they were undead.
Oh, well, we're finding out about them, aren't we?
Okay.
You'll note the GM has only ever referred to them as monsters.
Fair. Fair.
And he is undead. And he casts a spell, and there's a bunch of little tiny flaming orbs that start floating around him.
Oh no.
But 2 of those he sends towards the group, and the group is right now packed in at that doorway.
We
Oh.
are.
Awesome.
We are.
So everybody is going to have to make 2 dexterity saving throws.
Oh, we just got
Dexterity.
fireballed. Okay.
2 dexterity saving throws.
It'll be 2 separate
Yeah.
20-sided dice rolls with the
Yes.
dexterity modifier.
Okay.
All right. I got an
Okay.
8 and a 19. So one of those guys is going to hit me pretty hard.
I'm
Yeah.
at a 16 and a 17.
I'm at a modified 3 and a modified 13.
Modified
Mine
did you
is-
roll a 0?
No, I can add 1.
Oh, okay. Poor sad
Mine are not-
2.
Mines are not good.
Yeah, that
Oh,
happens.
wait.
What?
But I am indomitable. Okay, so
Okay.
right as of right now, I have a 10 modified and a 7 modified. But I can re-roll a saving throw, which is what this is, right?
Correct.
However, you probably don't need to because you've got
Oh.
something else right underneath that.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Check the power underneath that.
Under fireproof.
Yes.
Nice.
All right.
As it turns out, I'm impervious to flame.
It doesn't even matter. It's like a warm summer's day. It's fine.
So if you failed the first saving throw, take 5 points of damage. And if you made the saving throw, then that's halved.
I don't think you. Oh, did you tell us the number we're checking against yet?
Sorry, 14.
Oh, so I get 10 points of damage then.
Ouch.
Oh.
And
Oh.
no, it would be the first one is 5 and the second one is 4. So if you failed both saves, the total is 9. And if you
Okay.
make both saves, then the total is 4. It's just having damage for each save.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So hopefully everyone.
If I failed one,
If you failed the first
Make-
one, you take 5
Yeah.
damage.
okay.
But if
got
you
it.
make the saving throw, then it's 2 instead.
Mm-hmm.
And
Got
for
it.
the second one, it's 4 damage. Or if you make the saving throw, it's 2 instead.
Okay.
Is it something I'm doing right now?
No, you're
You are
fireproof. Just
I'm
hang
I
out.
fireproof.
was like, okay. I was like, I'm hoping
You're
I'm
getting
not-
warmed by the easy bake oven of monstrous fire orbs.
It's nice. It's nice over here.
So this guy still has 4 of those things floating around him. So being all
Disappointing.
packed in together might not be the best move. And also, you might want to take him out because he is a problem.
Yeah.
All right.
Who's next up though?
Who is next up is Falcor.
Galcor charges towards the mage with the fireballs.
All right.
Oh, wow.
In
Are you
typical
going to
Falcor
push your
style.
way past the
Yep.
the
Yeah,
monsters?
we're gonna do
that
a
are right-
full-on charge, shield up, whatever. We're gonna just try to run at the guy in the back.
All right, they're
Okay.
going to take some attacks of opportunity as you pass,
They're gonna try.
but then you're going to be able to avoid the guys who are currently cowering. I don't know if you guys can see.
Ooh.
That's a 3 that I rolled there. So even though these guys have a good bonus, that one is at least with a bonus going to be above 10. So
Sorry.
AC 13.
Armor class 19.
All right, so it completely fails because I can't roll for anything.
Nobody
So-
can hit Falcor. Another bellowing laugh.
The 2 monsters at the front door take those take those attacks, but miss, and you charge forward up to the larger individual. So what are you
Fantastic.
gonna do?
I'm going to take my lightsaber longsword out, and I'm going to try to hit him about his face.
All right, roll some hitting about the face and / or neck and / or whatever else.
Well, the first attack is going to come in at a 9.
9 AC is not going to do it for us
It's
here.
not, but I have 2 attacks, so we will hit again.
Give it a roll.
12.
Also not going to do it for us here.
Disappointing, but there's always another turn, friends.
Oh,
and
sorry. 12?
yes, 12.
What?
What?
Oh, wait. Sorry. This guy's AC is worse than I thought it was. So
Uh-oh.
12 will
I got to hit.
12 will hit. Yeah. They are worse
Oh.
than I thought it was.
Then I hold my lightsaber up above my head and call for a second divine smite.
Give it a go.
All right, so we're going to do a 1d8 plus 2 as a starter pack. Which I roll. Ian, I'm the opposite of you. That's an 8 on that 8. So we're going to start with a 10 base. We are now divine smiting, which is going to add more. 2d8 more. So it's a 10 plus another 7. 17.
Okay, so is that total?
17 total, yes.
How much of that was the base?
The base is 10 and the smite is 7.
All right, because in this particular case, he is resistant to the base damage.
Okay.
This
what
guy
resistance
is
do? What percentage do I lose on the resistance?
That is going to have the base damage.
Okay, so we go from that. If I'm reading this right, again, lawyer math, folks. We've talked about this on my channel. 10 becomes a 5. The 7 from the smite survives, and that becomes a 12.
Yep.
Fantastic.
So you smack into him, and now he's going to have to make a check because he is concentrating on a spell. He's trying to keep that going, and so he's going to have to make a check in order to keep that going because he would really like to throw more of those little fireballs at you. But if he loses that spell, then that'll go away. And he just barely keeps that spell. Barely.
It's fine. It's fine.
All right. Next up, we have, although he's also looking like he's not having a great day. He is not super tough. And so that is something else to think about here.
Okay.
Lumber loss.
All right. So right now we've got Falcor who's charged ahead. So from the doorway, because I don't want to allow these guys to get an attack of opportunity, I'm going to pull my longbow and shoot an arrow at the guy that is the fire orbs. Like I'm going to go arc it over Falcor and aim at the dude's head.
Wow.
All right.
That's a skilled shot.
Give me an attack roll, and you're just using a conventional arrow?
It doesn't. If it hits, it becomes a bursting arrow.
All right. So let me know what that does, but give me an attack roll.
Attack roll is 12.
12
Not
is going to hit.
Oh, great.
That guy is not the toughest.
Okay. Well, the bursting arrow imbues as the arrow is sailing across towards its target. It is imbued with a force energy drawn from the school of evocation. The arrow detonates after the attack. Immediately after the arrow hits the creature, the target and all other creatures within 10 feet take 2d6 force damage to each.
Hey, Lumberloss, I don't mean to question your judgment here, buddy.
There's so many people in the way, though.
Okay. Thanks for exploding me.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Roll your damage. And also,
to be fair,
yeah.
There was a moment, there was a hesitation. It was like, oh, you know what? After I said that it's a bursting arrow, I kind of remembered that you were not on your route there. You were right there.
Ian, does my armor class come into this at all? I got a 19. He rolled a 12. What is happening here?
It sounds like that's just a bursting area of effect. So
it does sound that way, Ian.
It sounds like you're just gonna be kind of caught up in the whole, explosion thing.
I used half my healing pool on this guy.
Well, he's gonna take away half your healing pool on an exploding arrow.
Typical lumber loss.
Oh no.
Oh gosh, because I gotta find the other dice. Nice.
What are you looking for over there?
The arrow itself does 1d8. I created a character sheet for this guy, my guy.
All right.
Yeah. So the arrow I think is d8 plus 3. I just pulled up your character sheet here.
Yeah, the arrow already rolled. The arrow was a 6. The exploder. So it's on 66. The burst was a 9.
God help me. Ian, does that mean I take 9 damage?
It does mean you take 9 damage.
Oh no.
Hoeg will remember this.
I am feeling actually really bad about all of the things that I did. Like
So-
there is actual regret here.
He makes a as he sort of blasted there, but he's still up, but that was enough to break his concentration. So the little flaming orbs that he had left sort of wink out of existence.
Oh,
Were there
nice.
any other? There had to have been other creatures within that 10-foot range.
There was.
Well, it was me.
No, there were other bad guys.
There
Hey,
was another bad guy within
hey.
that 10-foot range. He's
You know-
that, and it is one of the ones that was blasted by the wind.
Okay.
So it is still up, but not having a great day.
Lumberloss, fun fact, you can check on who's in that range before you fire the arrow.
You know, you learn. I'm still learning.
Oh,
Lots of friendly
still
fire.
learning.
Lots of friendly fire in this game.
Tons of friendly fire in this game.
Well, especially because some of the time Lumberloss is doing it on purpose.
Not so friendly.
I don't know if this is one of those times, but all right. Next up is Teresa.
All right. I have one question. Are our characters at level 5?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Just want to make sure. Okay. How far am I from the guy in the back? Like, what's the total range between me and him?
About 30 feet.
Okay, good. So, Teresa is going to use thaumaturgy to boom her voice to fill the room, and she's going to use it to turn the undead. So each undead that can see or hear you within 30 feet of you must make a wisdom saving throw. If the creature fails its saving throw, it is turned for 1 minute or until it takes any damage.
Yep. All right. So
Sounds
now I
like
got
a
to
pretty good room to use it on.
everybody. And I just also got to check the stats here just to make sure I'm not missing something. But so one is turned. I'm just putting a little circle on my sheet here just to indicate which ones are turned.
So just for the people at home, are you keeping like a little grid map over there of what's of the specific geography in?
Not so much the specific geography I'm holding in my head.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll use a board.
Okay.
But what I do have is like a little kind of chicken scratch notation of
Nice.
which things are where. Just so that I can keep that in my noggin.
Awesome. Okay, cool.
I can also turned. I need to roll with the other dice, but this one is not turned. Not turned.
Oh, man.
Hey, you got 3 of them.
That's good.
Okay.
So
All right.
nothing to worry about on that. That's a very effective thing there.
Okay.
And I see that's a great super chat there that just came up.
Motion to
Motion to
dismiss.
dismiss. I think Natalie cast motion to yeet.
If you guys, I don't know if you've gotten Emily on here, but if you ever do, that would definitely be her motion. Motion to
Oh,
yeet.
she had the
Emily got us out
longbow.
of jail. Yeah.
Yeah, she had the longbow of truth, and the other she had.
She
all
has
the
some
cool
pretty
weapons.
cool stuff.
Oh wow. Okay.
If Gimlet was here, we'd be having this.
A lot of bonk. Needs
All
more
right.
bonk. All
Needs
right.
more block. So 3 of them have been turned and are going to be moving on their turn.
Okay.
So that was
All right.
quite effective.
That
Next
was
up is
awesome,
Right.
Teresa.
All right.
You sure do know how to fight them without blowing up your friends.
Well, we're all learning here.
All right, Natalie is up, and
Okay.
there's a big cluster of them hiding behind a table. The table will provide them with some protection.
Them
But
with
there is a-
protection? Okay.
Yes, they're hiding behind it as like a little sort of fortification.
Sure. And who's next to me?
Next to you, there are 2 that charged up to attack Falcor. That's basically as many as can try to get through the door.
Mhm.
They're not right next to you, so they're not like within reach of you.
Mhm.
However, they're gonna be pretty soon. So
Okay. So 2 are like I'm in imminent danger from 2 of them. And what about my my party? Like, where are they in relation to me?
So you've got Lumberloss is next to you and a little bit in front,
Okay.
and Teresa is next to you.
Okay. Okie dokie.
So what would you like to do?
Oh, that's tough. Hold on.
Reading through the spells is always the fun stuff for the
Mhm.
magic users.
Yep.
So just as a recap, while Natalie reads that, she's already blasted a bunch of monsters into the back wall with her wind blast. She used a firebomb in the wine cellar that exploded a skeleton. And now she's looking at what else she can do to both monsters that are behind a table and or, I don't know, potentially exploding my guy and me as well. Anything could happen, folks.
Right. Okay. Dang, this is hard. I don't know what to do.
Do we think any of the bad guys are sitting there just yelling?
Grounds. I need grounds. Grounds. Give me your grounds.
That would be for counterspell.
Okay. So I
Counterspell is
feel as
objection.
though yeah, I feel like with them being so close, I feel like setting fire to something right now is just like not a good idea. You know, like I don't want to like set myself on fire or set my teammates on fire.
I mean,
Never
you're
stopped
immune.
Huh?
Never stopped our party before.
Oh, okay. I really like the fire, guys.
You can go full
You're immune
pyro.
to fire, so
Go nuts.
you-
Do what you feel.
Let's
As I
clarify.
say, failures are fun too. So whatever
Yeah,
you like,
okay.
you burn the room down.
Yeah, I'm gonna flare fire.
Of course, sure.
Okay, so to do that, a sudden ball of flame erupts. A spear centered on a single target must make a dexterity saving throw, DC 15.
So,
That-
yeah. So who are you targeting with that?
I would like to target the ones that are hiding behind a table.
All right. Now it looks like I was misreading this before. It looks like David was intending this to be a single target spell as opposed to an area effect.
Okay.
Oh, for a single target?
Yeah.
Can I target the table though, so they don't have anything to hide behind?
You can totally nuke the table.
I want to nuke the table.
All right, give me a damage roll. The table is not going to make a saving throw because the table's dexterity is not a thing.
The table is not going to make a saving throw. It's
So
a
it's
The table is not going to dodge this.
the creature takes 3d8 fire damage. So that means I do 3 8-sided dice.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go. Do I give you the altogether number?
Altogether number. Yeah.
13.
All right, that's going to be enough to just Natalie sort of points her hand and the table just blows up. So now these things that were behind a table are just out in the open.
Exposed. Yeah. Fun. Okay.
All right, so monsters. First one up that is right next to the door is going to step forward and attack Lumberloss because he's
Oh
up front.
no.
He earned this one.
Did
I assume that AC 23 is going to hit Lumberloss.
Oh my god.
yeah, that's gonna overcome a 15.
Yeah, that does not surprise me a whole lot. And he is going to do a total of 5 slashing damage as he rends you with a claw.
Ooh, ouch. That's not fun.
You never like to be rended.
No, rending is usually a bad thing.
Yeah.
The other one that was there is going to run away into the corner of the room because he was turned.
Mhm.
So we've got Manny Full Manny, who's a little confused.
me and you both, Manny. We are both confused. I
It's
am
fun. Just
trying
play
to.
with your imagination. We're in a room attacking things, and things are attacking us, and there's creatures and magic spells.
I like
So-
that advice. That's the best I've been able to do.
2 more of them that were behind the table are going to also run into the corner of the room because, as it turns out, being or turn undead can be very effective.
Hmm?
However, one of the others is going to step up to attack Falcor.
They're going to try.
He is going to
Oh,
try.
I like
He's going to
that.
try so hard, and it's not going to go well. So the other one's going to help him,
Okay.
and that one might hit. Does
Okay.
AC 22 hit?
I'm sorry. What was the number?
22.
He does. He hits.
I finally rolled a decent, and I rolled very badly. Take 4 damage as he slashes you in the back,
Okay.
and then there's the big guy.
Uh-oh.
Yes. All right, what's he going to do?
Liability shield. I was going to say a corporate veil.
Hmm.
It's when you go invisible.
He is going to do something similar. So he casts a spell,
Okay.
and suddenly there are multiple of him.
Okay.
So
Okay.
there are
Oh, no.
so there are 4 of him total,
Okay.
and
Oh.
they keep shifting positions, so you can't tell which one is the real him and which one is a fake him.
Oh, that's fun.
It's always so bad at 3-card Monty.
And this one is even 4-card Monty.
Uh,
So that's his turn. All right,
All right.
next up is Falcor.
well, I guess I am going to try to. What is my health? Okay, it's not awesome. I'm going to try to detect magic and figure out which one of these is the real. I don't know, fat zombie guy.
All right, give it a cast.
I have cast it. I get to sense presence of magic within 30 feet.
All right, so with that going, you can see 3 of them are magical and the remaining one not so much. So you've got sort of an idea of which one it is. But
All right, I call back to the troops and try to identify.
So
which
you're
one's
sort of
the one.
you're pointing out which one is which.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And that's
All
it.
right.
That's what I can do. Also, I'm almost dead, folks, so don't worry about me at all. I'm good.
Lumberlass, he's giving you a pointer as to which one is which.
All right, I'm going to shoot a regular arrow at the one that Falcor is pointing at.
You don't want to do another exploding arrow?
Stop it,
No,
GM.
we're going to do the regular arrow.
Sounds like a setup.
You sure? Because I mean, you could make it explode.
Well, the regular arrow at 17,
Will hit.
and that's going to do 12 damage.
All right. Now the 12 damage is halved because he is relatively resistant to conventional attacks.
Yeah, we knew that from the
However-
sword hit.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
He is still up, but he is very much having a bad time. He was hoping that would buy him a little bit more safety when he cast that spell. It's not working out for him as well as he'd hoped. Teresa, you are up.
So how many undead are left?
So there are still 7 undead in this room.
Okay.
However, 3 of them are cowering in a corner because you have scared them off.
All right. Teresa will do something incredibly subtle, and she's going to unleash the divine energy within herself, causing her eyes to glimmer and 2 luminous incorporeal wings to sprout from her back.
Wait, did you
So
just...
You have an angel?
All
You have a
right.
magic angel power?
She
I
just
guess
totally
so.
angeled it up.
Yep.
Okay.
So your transformation lasts for 1 minute or until you end it as a bonus action. During it, you have a flying speed of 30 feet, And once on each of your turns, you can deal extra radiant damage to one target when you deal damage to it with an attack or a spell. The extra radiant damage equals your level.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's your action to do that.
Yes. Yep.
So she just full on angels it up. And next up
Teresa
is
Battle
Natalie.
Angel.
That's right.
Go, Teresa.
Next up is Natalie. Give it a go.
Okay, so I'm sorry to keep making you do this, but I just kind of want to understand what the board kind of looks like. So
Yep.
We got the guy that Lumberlust attacked, who was not totally taken away, but diminished. That's the one.
He's
Yeah,
hurt.
that's the guy
He's still up.
spellcasting.
Say that again.
And that's the guy who's been spellcasting, and he is pretty injured at this point.
Pretty injured. And then what happened with the dudes behind the table that I blasted away? What's going on with them?
They are still up, although a couple of them from behind the table are now cowering in the corners.
They're cowering in the corners. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Huddled together? In a very tight grouping.
Could you take
to the DM? Are they huddled together in a very tight grouping?
That's a good question.
Fairly tight. Yep. In the corner. Yep.
But
Okay.
the leader guy is bad.
The one that you pointed out as the leader guy who was making
Right. The Lumberlost just hit for whatever he hit for.
and he's like hanging on by a thread now, and he's kind of like it's like Street Fighter, and he's standing there like this.
That's right. It is like Street Fighter.
See,
Yeah.
you already have like the full on trick of this.
Yeah, my hope is that we might get rid of some ads if we drop the big guy.
Okay. All right. So as in reference to the big guy, in Raid the big guy.
Yes, please write a memo.
Yeah. Let's hit him with the Wand of Light, because it says what? +4 to hit. It has a reach of 30 feet, and you get one target with that. So hit is 1d8 +5. So that's what I do.
Yep.
So
you're gonna have to roll a 1d20 first with the +4.
1d20 first. Okay.
Yeah.
Explain to me why I'm doing 1d20 first.
Because you got to roll to hit the guy. You're blasting him with a ray, but you might miss with the ray.
Oh, I got it. That was a 20.
What kind of
natural?
20?
Oh,
1d20, you said, right?
Yeah. Well, does the dice show 20 or is it with the bonus?
No, the dice shows 20.
All right. So that's a critical
that is
hit.
a nat. That's a
So
nat
what
20 for Nat the Mage.
So which one do I go to for the additional, like, what is that called?
Well, what that means is that you're going to double the dice you roll on the damage. So instead of rolling 2d8, you're going to be rolling 4d8 and then adding the 5.
Now I'm going to be rolling 48.
Yeah. Well,
four of
eight-sided
the D8 die.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So let's roll those. Okay. Do you want the total?
Total. Yep.
Yeah. The total of it all. Not you don't want me to go through and tell you each individual one.
Just the total is good.
183.
No. Wait. Hold on.
No, it would be
four.
I don't think that's possible.
4 dice. Four eight-sided dice. Just roll those.
I'm hearing. Oh, this is what the
right. No, I
know.
thought that was
48. It sounds like 48. Like
48.
Yeah, no,
I'm hearing 48.
That totally checks out.
In real life, who would be sitting around with 40 dice?
Mom, I need 46 more dice.
Jeez Louise.
Yes, it's 4. It's 4 of those.
4.
Yep.
8.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Not so great. So this one, the total is 23.
And is it with the +5 or without?
Not with the +5. So it's 28.
All right.
So Natalie, the math in D&D,
Mm-hmm.
that's not just like great. That's like the force of all of the things that could possibly be the things.
That's like definitely an overwhelmingly win.
You might disintegrate him. You might disintegrate him with light. We don't know what's happening, Ian.
She just blasts this into the guy, and it sort of like goes in and then bursts him out from the outside. So
Oh, that's
It's like,
messy.
he's wetter than I expected him to be.
the room has changed color because this guy has exploded.
We're in a
Covered
Tarantino
in
movie now.
exploded zombie guts.
It's like the Mummy. I don't know if you guys remember the first Mummy, but when like the main bad guy comes out and Brandon Fraser's character is like, why is he still so wet?
Yeah.
Yay.
All right. So
You
now
know
the undead are going, and the main one that would have menaced Falcor is not menacing him much anymore.
His guts are all over me.
He's more of a danger to Falcor's dry cleaner now.
I got glitter and zombie guts. How do you explain that to your cleaners? We'll figure it out later.
So AC 19 on one
Yes.
attack.
You hit on matches, right?
Yes.
You got me.
All right, and AC 6 on the other.
That does not.
Yeah, I didn't think so because that's also a nat 1. So take 5 points of slashing damage from behind as one of those things attack.
I'm still up, team.
And
Everything's
Lumberlock,
fine up here.
there's one menacing you, which will attack and get a natural 1. And therefore it claws into the door and is like,
Stuck.
come on. Come on. So Falcor, you are up.
All right. Who's within reach? How many do I got here?
You got 2 menacing you, and then there's 3 cowering in the corner.
All right. I am actually going to lay on hands. I'm myself for plus 13.
All right. So
My turns
You
have
are
been
now-
detect magic and heal. Yeah, I know.
hey, that's nothing wrong with that. Lumberloss, you are up.
Okay. There's only the 3 guys in the corner, the last ones, right? Or no, there's the guy that just missed me.
There's a guy right in front of you, and there's 2 attacking Falcor, and then there's 3 in the corner.
Let's go ahead and let's hit the guy with the longbow in front of me. Why can't I just do that? I'm going to do that. I can
Yep.
do that.
Sounds like a plan.
Sure.
Just a normal
do
arrow.
that. 11.
All right, 11 is going to miss him, unfortunately.
My arrow goes sailing by into the long blue yonder.
It does not
Ooh.
intersect with Falcor this time.
No, it does not.
Well, that's something.
All right,
We're improving.
Teresa, you are up.
Okay. So there are still how many undead?
There's still lots of them. There are 6.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Teresa will use guiding bolt.
I
And
remember that
mind
one.
you, she still has the wings and the extra attack energy and all this stuff. So she's going to use guiding bolt. So a flash of light streaks toward a creature of your choice within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target on a hit. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, that's what
Which
I'm
one are you
gonna do.
attacking?
What's that?
Which one are you attacking?
Is the sorcerer undead is already gone, right?
Yes, he's toast.
Nat
Um,
took care of him.
Is there another one that is particularly menacing right now?
There's one right in front of you that's attacking Lumberloss.
Got it.
So,
I'll take that guy.
Yeah.
All right, give it a roll.
Work.
Okay. So I rolled a 12.
Okay. And give me the damage.
Okay, so I've got to do a 4d6. So 4 of them, and got a total of 16.
All right. So 16 points on that one is
Oh,
going to
but wait a minute. I get
Yeah.
extra because of the extra radiant damage equals your level, which is +5. So 21.
All right, that is going to kill that one.
Yay!
Yes.
Natalie, you are up. There are 2 that are attacking Falcor
Okay.
and 3 that are just trying to get away.
Right. They were probably in the band. Who knows? So let's deal with the
And it's still playing.
They're still playing.
Band,
They're not active combatants. No, those
They're
are the 3 that those are the 3 that Teresa turned before she became an angel.
the band is still doing this.
The band, before they were undead, they actually became undead because they were on the Titanic. So
Got
that's
it.
their thing.
Got
That's their
it.
thing.
What a hell loop to be stuck in, to be continually playing that over and over again. Okay, so
They were bad.
okay, so how many are attacking Falcor? 2.
2, yeah, I got 2.
Okay.
Mm.
I don't know. I feel like so what happens when we get rid of these 2? Like
They will be dead.
do we get out of the room? Like, where are we going?
We
What's
You
next-
don't know.
what's next
we have
step?
no idea.
Okay. So, all right. So I'm just trying to think strategically here. Okay.
Sure.
So, because if I distract them, then we get past them. People still have to deal with them, so that's not fair. So, let's give them a blast of wind. I feel like that'll hit more than one person. And Falcor over here, his flaming sword lightsaber won't go out. And so we're gonna
Pretty
go.
sure
with
I'm
the
liable to
blast.
get pushed.
Yeah, but like you've been stabbed, and I don't think
It's all
this
good.
is really as bad as that.
It's the life of the paladin. It's fine. Go
Yeah.
get them, mages and archers and clerics.
Yeah, I think you're getting a little bit of wind. You'll be all right. And I can wait. Are they in front of you?
What is their orientation as between me and Natalie?
Yeah.
They are between the 2 of you.
Yeah, so they're in front. So you're going to hit them with wind and me, and we're all going to go into the back wall. We'll do checks to see if it affects us or not.
Oh, I don't like that as much.
You're like, I guess I should not do the friendly fire. Or you could just do the lumberlock strategy.
I
and
could
just
probably be strong enough to take your wind. I mean, don't worry about me. What do you feel like doing?
You could just be like, kill them all and let the gods sort.
Because the thing is, the flare fire seems like it's a single attack, just the way that it's written.
Yep.
Right. So I feel like this is like a cost benefit analysis. I don't think distracting them is helpful enough. So let's hit them with the blast of wind.
Let's do it.
Let's do that. On a success, the target takes 1d8 bludgeoning damage. So is that what I roll, or do I roll the?
You have to roll a d20 to make the attack.
Well, no, it's a spell, so we have to do a check.
Spell.
What is it? Falcor has to make a strength saving throw, as do the other things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Been looking at my strength.
Fail. So I'm going to need a d8 for each of the monsters.
I need to make a 1d8 for each of the monsters. So 2d8.
Yep.
And my check was just an 8.
So and also for Falcor. So you're doing a d8
No.
for those people.
Oh,
Separately.
So I
Separately.
want 2 of them to be high and 1 of them to be low.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay.
You want to do minimal damage to. So you should roll that one separately and sort of decide before you roll it.
I would say go monster, Falcor, just to make
I'm
sure
gonna roll them
just
each
make sure you're not
individually.
cheating.
Can I roll them? I'm going to roll them each individually. That sounds like feels like a good
Yeah.
thing to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this first one's going to a monster. 1d8. Okay. Fudge sickle. That's a 1.
Yeah, it
Okay.
happens.
It'd be like that sometimes, G. All right.
It does.
The next
It's
one.
when you roll the 8 against me that I get upset.
That's no. I'm like the law of averages. I'm not feeling so good for you right now, Falcor.
Oh, it's all good.
Because 1d8, the second one is also a 1.
No.
I'm dead serious.
If
And
you go
then
1, 1, 8.
Be an 8.
3. The third one's a 3.
Hey, it's fine. 3 I could
That's
take.
not so bad.
Oh,
Three
but
is-
it's not
three is doable.
perfected either. Okay. So.
All right. So the 3 that have been turned finally figure out that there's a window, and one of them smashes it with a chair, and they go crawling out into the rain.
Okay.
Those 3 take off, mostly
Or it's
because
just only 2.
there's 2 remaining.
Okay.
Mostly because they were not going to be able to do anything for a good long time. So just having them stumble into the corner endlessly is funny, but maybe not the most productive use of their time.
Get a little DM behind the scenes there. Let's get rid of them.
So there are 2 still attacking Falcor. They've all been bashed into all of them were just swept into the wall there, and Kitty. So those 2 are going to attack Falcor. The best AC is 15. Does that hit?
Oh, they're shooting at me. They're hitting me. No, none of them hit me.
So no, they are not hitting Falcor, but they were trying their best, and now
I
it's
know they
Falcor.
were. We respect it, bud.
Falcor's turn.
Wow. All right. I've been pummeled. I have so much math on my damage sheet right now. What are we going to do? We are going to look to one of our monster friends, and we are going to swing our longsword mightily at them.
Mightily swing. Go for it.
Yeah, it's a 9.
All right. Take the sorry, a 9 AC is gonna miss, unfortunately.
Okay, well, then I'm going to use my second attack to swing mightily once again.
Sounds good. Give it a roll.
At an 8. Now, we just got the math on the 9. I'm feeling good about the 8, though.
The 8 will totally hit the wall.
Yeah. All right. Well, then
Yeah.
I'll just continue to be spread against the back wall with my zombie friends like we're at that one carnival ride that spins real fast. Run the Gravitron. Let's
You're on the Gravitron, and Lumberloss is now going to take shots as you guys sit there.
Great, we're all on the back wall. If he misses, he'll hit me. It's good.
All right. I'm going to do extra attack. So I'm going to do 2 arrows at each of those targets. So just imagine the boom, boom. We're going to see if we can get one of those to hit, at least one of them.
Sounds good.
18, does that hit?
18 will hit.
And that's going to do 5 damage for one of them.
Okay.
Next one, that's going to be a 23. I assume that hits.
That way hits. Yep.
And that's going to do 8 damage.
All right. They are both still up, but they are looking a little worse for wear. Teresa, you are up.
Okay. So Teresa is going to.
Oh, the kitty.
I know. I'm trying to focus and then also manage.
Is that Hardy?
He's looking for Hardy is the thing. He's very actively looking for Hardy. Okay. I will do. How about this? Because everyone seems to be or because Falcor seems to be getting in the way of basically everyone here, I'm going to help him out a little bit. So I'm going to give him the Shield of Faith.
All right.
So
What
so
does
that
this
means
do?
a shimmering field appears and surrounds a creature of your choice within range, granting it a +2 bonus to AC for the duration. And I get a bonus action with that.
Or was that your bonus action?
I think that was your bonus action.
Oh, was it?
So that means you can do another action as well.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay, so yeah.
I'll happily take your magic
Then
shield.
all right. Then let's see. So then she'll because she's got these wings and she can fly 30 feet super fast. She's gonna go up to the next nearest zombie, and with
Ooh.
her mace, she's gonna.
All right, give it a roll.
All right. Hey, out of the way, cat. Okay. It's going to be a 12.
12 AC.
Yes.
Sadly, unless you can squeak a bonus out on this one, you're gonna miss that one.
Let me see. Do I get? Oh no, I just get extra hit points with my extra wings and stuff.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's damage. It's not a okay. All right.
So it looks like it's Natalie.
Okay.
Time to sort of clean house.
Okay. So who are we left with?
There are 2 of them left.
2 of them left. The ones that are next to Falcor?
Yes.
Really? Still?
Yep. They're still there, but they're getting a little wounded.
I'm tired of them.
Yep.
Oh my God.
You can light them up. You got that magic wand.
Yeah, but it's got 1 target on it.
We don't have to hit them both.
Yeah.
We
You
can
may
team
not
up
be able
on
to hit
this.
them both, but you can at least take out one of them.
That's true. They've had company for a little bit too long. They're starting to get on my nerves.
Yep.
Okay. All right, let's use this wand of light.
All right. Roll an attack roll.
Which is 1d8 plus 5.
Oh, that's the 1d20 plus 4, I think it is.
Oh, plus 4 to hit. Okay, so that's 1d20 plus 4. Okay.
Yeah.
1d20 plus 17. 13 plus 4. 17.
Awesome. That will hit.
Nice.
Take them out.
Nice. So what do I do now?
That's
Roll
when now you
damage.
do that damage roll.
Now you got the damage roll.
Now I got the damage roll, which is 1d8 plus 5. Oh. Only 11.
Only 11.
That's not
That'd be
enough.
pretty good.
I-
No, it's
11's good. 11's
Oh,
good.
okay.
11's good.
That's enough. That's going to take that guy out.
yay!
Yay! Get
One
them
zombie
here.
more.
One remaining. And it's going to take probably its last attack at Falcor.
That was
Because
I have a
such
magic
movement.
shield.
And so 16 plus 5. So AC 21.
Matched.
Oh, matched.
Oh, so close.
It was almost the difference there, Teresa.
It is going to hit you for 4 points then.
All right. I'm still up, team.
All right. Next up is Falcor.
Swing giant longsword at last remaining zombie.
All right. Roll it up.
19. My last
That'll
slot of divine smite.
That'll hit.
Okay.
Smite the
18.
holy
18
smokes.
damage or AC?
18 damage. My AC was, I already said, was in the high teens. I don't remember.
Annihilated.
So tell us how you kill this thing.
I wearily take my glitter-clad, bloody, winded, blown-up body. I hold up my lightsaber for the last time and I say, "End this." And I thrust it deep into the skull of the zombie before me.
And so it just crumples into a heap. And as it does so, the bodies of the undead that you've been fighting sort of they turn to powder and disintegrate. And there's a different feeling to the house. The house now feels a lot less sort of musty and moldy and unpleasant. So as you're and as you look around, you can see that the house it doesn't look so decrepit as it once did. It doesn't look so ruined as it once did. And in fact, the window that the monsters broke their way out of seems to have been repaired.
Ooh,
The place seems a lot more pleasant.
Lawyers,
Has
dragons.
the music in minor key turned into like a
melody,
major
a
key,
nice
perhaps?
One of the zombie band, one of them sort of holds out a cup for a tip, just as they all also sort of turn to dust and vanish.
Oh.
Nice.
Don't stop believing rings through the house. Yeah, lawyers, dragons, house flippers. Absolutely.
So,
The answer to this question is yes. I'm taping it. All right.
Sorry,
How
I
do you
was
back?
having technical problems. I'm sorry, Runkle. I'm so sorry. This is my first time on here. I'm probably way stepping
okay.
on toes. But based on what you just said, can I share something with you guys, please?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. If that's okay. I'm so sorry. Otherwise, like, kick me out and don't invite me back next time.
No, you've been wonderful.
What are you sharing?
Perfect.
Okay, so I just want to share something with you guys. Hold on.
It's gonna be a video clip.
It is.
Uh-oh.
It's worth it. But so if someone could add this to stream.
Oh, God.
Oh gosh, this house. He's clean. Perfect.
Nice.
Perfect.
Nice.
This
So
house
yes,
is clean.
Yeah.
We did
When
it.
the party sort of goes through the house, it's now as described. It's now sort of, it's an old house still, but it's not like rotting through and so forth. The space over the wine cellar is fixed again, and you guys are pretty sure that the previous owners are not going to be coming back for this place.
I was thinking that maybe all of the moving furniture became the staff, and then like the beast became the man again.
No, they're just not here anymore.
Got it.
Another fine adventure team. I'm gonna look for a place to wash up and rest.
And yes, now you guys are able to wait out the storm in much more comfort. You've got sort of warm beds and quiet. So we'll sort of wrap that up here. Now I will sort of give the viewers a little bit of the backstory, because this one is kind of paired with something I'm doing on Roll of Law.
Yeah, there's a special on a special, if I understand correctly, right, Ian?
Ooh.
Yes. So behind the scenes, David had noted, hey, I'm not able to be there. Rings of Power ended. He's in mourning.
He loved it so much.
He did. He's so sad that. But some people reached out to me and said, hey, we've never run a D&D adventure before. We don't know how to build one. Can you help? So me and David actually had a session with them where we went through and we said, let's make a 5-room dungeon. And they didn't know what we were going to do with it. It was just like, let's walk through it. And so each of the encounters here was designed in that process. So this whole 5-room dungeon came about through that session, and then we ran it here. So you're going to see things backwards, because you guys have seen the adventure run.
Aha.
Now you can see behind the scenes of like how it was thought up. So check
cool.
that out. I'm just throwing that public right now on the Roll of Law channel.
Fantastic.
And so you guys can check that out and sort of see a bit of how the sausage is made. And yeah, I think that this was one of the coolest things to be able to do, especially because as they were sort of coming up with ideas for all of this, they didn't know that this was going to be something that we're actually doing here. So
That's
they're
awesome.
fans of the show.
That's
I thought that was super cool.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
it.
So yes, after this, you can go check it out. You're putting it roll of law, right?
Roll of Law. I just dropped a link in the chat to that video.
Fantastic.
So yeah,
I will add those to the description as well. And that's super fun. I'm definitely going to check that out sometime after the Michigan Penn State game. The other thing I want to say is, Natalie, you were fantastic.
Yes.
And I hope it wasn't too much to start out with. We'd love to have you back at some point in the future. But I thought you were great. And thank you so much for doing this with us, which is, if folks don't know, I think they probably have a good intuition on this. You get in here for the first time, especially if you haven't played a ton or at all. And it feels weird, man. It feels weird.
Yeah.
It feels weird, and it's there's so much to learn, especially because Nat, we kind of dropped her. I think we got her character sheet like late last night. So
Yeah.
Roll
and I
this.
was reading it and I was like, I don't know what any of this stuff means. Like, you could have given me the character sheet 2 seconds before. I still would have been like, okay.
There's a bunch of numbers here.
Yes.
if things had been a little more ideal, I would have liked to have gone over the sheet with you and been like, hey, this what's all there. But we're just kind of having to jump in. I am super rusty. It's been a long time since I ran anything. So
you did a great job.
You did great, Ian.
Well, apologies to everyone who's used to David, because he'll be back next week. He is amazing. But it was a lot of fun. And I really thank you guys for letting me pop in here and for putting up with me, even though I have not slept at all. That's going to be the next thing
Rest
I do.
your body, Runkle.
Sleep.
Well, before I sign off, I just want to thank all of you for inviting me and allowing me to play with you. And like I said, I've never played Dungeons and Dragons ever. But it was like nice to be an adult and use my imagination just for the sake of using my imagination. It was so much fun. Oh my gosh. I really enjoyed that. Thank you so much.
Fantastic. Well, everybody else, you know where to find Rob at Law and Lumber. You know where to find Alyte at Legal Bytes, Ian Runkle of the Bailey, and Roll of Law. Natalie is your lawyer chick. All of them have great stuff. All of them have different stuff, different tones of voice, different stuff that they're focused on. Check out all their channels. I will be adding the reference to Natalie in the description. We don't put the guests in early. We like surprises, but she'll be added to the description. You'll be able to follow that link as well. Everybody else, have a fantastic Saturday. The Trees of Eternity will continue next week. And so we look forward to that. David will be back. Everybody else, have a great one. I'm going to go watch football. See you, everybody.
Yeah.